Have out here on the PBA Tour. He's a college football player, excellent baseball player in college, and has a unique distinction of bowling a perfect game, both left-handed and right-handed.
So he seems to have, his first shot at least, got the speed that he wanted. That's one of his problems, having the pin.
You're right, Chris. He just backs off in the speed. When he starts aiming it, he has trouble. And that's one thing Walter Ray doesn't do. I like his game in a way. He keeps it in play, and he always accelerates that arm coming through the strike area.
This 6'2", five-time World Horseshoe pitching champion has been Player of the Year twice. Now, you know, coming up next year on ABC Sports, 4 of the greatest names in golf come together for one of the sport's most entertaining events. Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Ray Floyd, and Lee Trevino tee off in the Senior Skins Game. Coverage from beautiful Hawaii begins next, right here on ABC. Tiptoes silently back from the line.
That's about all that Walter leaves anymore out here on the tour is what we call the half 10. As you see his ball rolling over the 10th board, and the 6 doesn't quite jump up and knock the 10 out because he's so accurate. He's actually rolling the ball over the 10th board. All of his opponents have been around the 17th board near the center of the lane.
All right, 6'3", 6'2", Walter Ray. 6'3" opponent, 230-pounder, Dennis Jacques. Lives not too far from Carolina Lanes, where we'll be later on the tour. Look at that. Making his presence felt early.
A powerful man, a powerful delivery. Watch his head, how steady he keeps it. I think that's one thing he's really improved. Now look at the cupped wrist at the top and driving straight on through with that long, long arc. And see how he stayed down? Great shot right there. That's one thing that Dennis Jacques did not do in years past. I hope it improves his game today.
Oh, no. Brooklyn, Brooklyn.
Well, thank you very much. Nelson, 3 in a row.
It's difficult to defeat unconscious confidence, and that's what happens right here for the big man, Dennis Jacques, as he makes it 3 in a row and puts a little early pressure on Deadeye Walter Ray Williams, Jr.
Walter Ray, another 10, this time on the right lane, however.
Great technique for Walter. I think that what he does best is make spares as his fiancée, Paige Pennington, looks on. She's not used to seeing Walter leave many 10s and obviously very seldom ever miss one.
We told you about Walter Ray, 15-8 with a 239 average in championship round appearances last year. Now, in addition to his 7 victories, he had 4 second-place finishes, 2 thirds, and 1 fourth, and 1 fifth.
The full grip for Walter, stretches that hand out. He uses a glove to kind of hold on the ball a little bit similar to a batting glove and lifts straight through the shot. Blueprint right there.
All right, a very good match here in our second at 21-pin lead by Dennis Jacques. We're in Las Vegas, where the old look of this city, neon and burlesque, is trading its image and starting to lean toward family entertainment. Now, here's an example of the new look from the lobby of the
ABC.
The Hoop's coming back to ABC Sports. That's right. Bowling's been here. This is our second week in a string of 14 stops. And Dennis Jacques in his first appearance this year. It is, however, his 15th. Overhead, we look at Dennis.
Straight to the line, very little off, going for 4 in a row.
And will you believe a 31-pin lead? Billy Hardwick used to have big leads when he was bowling. Here he is.
Parker, I have a question for you. Without a doubt, you have one of the most solid games I've ever seen. You are already a multi-champion and your career is just beginning. But the question I have is, you're a left-hander and 99% of the field is right-handers. How did you win the most popular player 4 years in a row?
Well, first you have to pay everybody off. No. I root for all my opponents, whether left-handed, right-handed, new guy, or the seasoned veteran. And the only thing is I want to win.
Well, it's really helped your attitude, and that's why you're a great champion. Good luck today.
Thank you, Billy and Parker. Now, Walter Ray Williams, who won his first game over George Branham, 247-220.
Walter Ray much straighter to the foul line than Dennis Jacques.
That's a double for Walter Ray, cutting the lead to 31. But remember, Dennis has 5 in a row.
Interesting how the sport of bowling has come full circle. We saw the straight ball or line ball bowlers in the 60s and early 70s, Chris. Then the power players dominated up until 3 or 4 years ago. Now it seems like anybody can play with the new modern equipment we have here. We have Walter Ray going straight down, very similar to the old-timers, and Jacques cranking him up as a contemporary young player.
Walter Ray, string 3. Now it's 21 pins separating these two. Well, and speaking of types of lines, etc., watch Bo's tip today. A little more bend than I've ever seen Bo throw. You'll enjoy his tip today.
The full grip of Dennis Jacques. Big hand, has a little bit of adhesive tape to kind of hold on to that ball with that index finger. Going for 6 in a row. Carry, yes!
He is halfway to winning the true value, $100,000 for a perfect game.
Watching Walter Ray Williams Jr., after Jacques had 5 in a row, he still had that very confident smirk on his face. All of a sudden, that 6th one, well, still a little bit. That 6th strike by Jacques kind of took it off of Walter's face. Now it's a little different attitude as Jacques is halfway.
And the string stop with a standing 4-pin capacity crowd here in Las Vegas.
Jacques catches it on the upstroke a little too quickly. See the loft over the line? He knew that he needed to break the strike on this ball. Doesn't get it. 2 goes behind the 4. Easy spare.
Yeah. Made my first spin.
Okay, a little more relaxed. Dennis Jacques still has a 30-pin lead, and it's getting late in our second match. We'll return. Look at that fact.
Regrowth.
Wide world of sports.
And here's the man that's led from the start. Triple Crown winner, Pete Weber, St. Anne, Missouri. Tournament leader, you'll see him a little bit later on. Right now, Walter Ray Williams won the first match, 247-220 over George Branham. Is behind Dennis Jacques by 30. Spare up 8th frame. Walter now, I was wrong. He had a strike up. Cut it to 20, Bo, with 4 in a row.
This is a shot that squeezes Jacques. If Walter Ray can strike here, the lead's down to 10 pins. It's anybody's ball game.
Repetition of that arm swing, which got him some World Horseshoe Championships, Bo.
You're right, Chris. And you know, the relationship between the end of the approach and where he targets out there is about the same 37 feet that he releases the ball when he throws the horseshoe. Now, the overhead shot of Jacques, as pressure is on, he'll be right in this area trying to throw the big hook.
8-frame strike for the big man from Monmouth Junction, New Jersey.
The man, Dennis Jacques, has won no matches in his last 7 attempts in a championship round. He's 0-7 going against the greatest player in the world today. It behooves him to continue striking here in the 9th. He leads by 10.
Jacques got another fucking hit.
Oh, we all need good things to happen to us, and there was another one for Dennis. He knows it. Power.
Walter Ray, potential 269, but he must keep striking.
6 in a row for Walter.
Seen players on a roll in my life, Chris, from both the angle of down on the lanes and 20 years here in the announce booth with you, but this man just seems completely unperturbed about anything that happens. Dennis Jacques get a great break at the 9th. Walter comes right back, can tie the match with another strike here. First shot in the 10th.
Incredible. Two-time bowler in the year. Now get this, the first one was 1986. 7 years later, he does it again.
He's taking a re-rack. 1 of 2 he's allowed in the match, and Walter's not doing that for any psych. He looks at those racks. He must see something off, probably in the 1-3 strike zone, just a pinch tight. He gets a can opener strike in the 10th frame, possible 269. For the first time in the match, he can take the lead with a strike right here.
All right. Oh, here's another fact about him that I like. 60th television appearance. In 59, he's averaged 225.
Come on. I saw that when you said he averaged 239 last year. Well, he's above that already.
Isn't that unbelievable?
That is unbelievable. And the situation for him is very simply this. 1 more strike, 269. He'll force Jacques to strike 2 times to win.
268 to go along with his 247 in his victory over George Branham III.
Here's the same shot he left in Sayville for the 299. A little extra speed. He leaves the half 10. The 6 lays down in the channel. Doesn't take out the 10. More importantly, Jacques only needs 1 strike and 9 spare to tie. We could have a possible 268 tie, but he must strike on this ball.
Seemed just as smooth, not as fast.
I'm sure he's disappointed as Walter Ray wins his 2nd consecutive match with a clutch performance in the 10th. Jacques can be in the 250s. It's not going to be enough against Deadeye. Actually ends up with 244. A valiant effort, but Walter Ray moves on.
268 to 244. Phenomenal. Walter Ray, 2 victories, and that's the type of smile